I know, right?
Warning: the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Everythin Yet Nothin. Here's a hillbilly in eyeshadow who's looking fabulous and talking about anything yet something. Get ready to chew on a blade of sweet grass and talk about a variety of LGBTQ topics to the lifestyle of a gay hillbilly. Watch out, folks. These hills don't just got eyes. They got themselves a body.
Hey.
Hey. Hello and welcome to Everything Yet Nothing. We're having a little bit of difficulties like usual. So anyways, welcome. We have an awesome show. We have a returning guest, and I cannot wait to talk to him some more. We're going to talk to him about some relationship and some other questions. Just, everything yet nothing. Of course, that's what it's all about. So this week has been it's been a week. So, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's both. And ours was both. That's why I'm going crazy. So, anyways, wow, we didn't do shit this week. Nothing? No. We did? No, I can't say that.
We went and had barbecue for that holiday that just happened Monday. Labor Day. With Tacky
Tina and her husband, Tony. That's in Arkansas, and it was fabulous. Oh my God, it was so much fun. And I can't wait to go back this weekend. Hi, Genevieve. Mwah. Hi, Teresa. My griefy.
So everybody, look at our shirts.
Yes, we got
some
shirts.
T-Roy TV shirts. So those of you that know us know that we've been... T-Roy TV is actually what he started
the color
doing with social media.
But the color sucks on this.
Well, anyways.
T-Roy
TV is what he started on social media.
Yes.
And that's something that we're going to start moving forward with and doing more with. Of course, Everything Yet Nothing will always be there. We will be doing businesses, Everything Yet Nothing as well. So,
yes. I'm so excited too. It's like, oh my God, we got so much stuff going on, and it just keeps on going. So if you are in Branson or around Branson, September 25th, 8 o'clock at the Branson Star Theater, then you will see me sing and perform Purple Rain on stage for the very first time ever. So you got to come and check it out, September 25th. I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. Hi, Todd.
Hi, Jeanette.
Hi, Jeanette.
Jeanette, I hope we see you there.
Yes. September 25th, 8 o'clock, Branson Star Theater. It is behind Olive Garden and IHOP off of 76 Highway, Branson, Missouri. So come on. There's going to be so much stuff going on. It is going to be the sing-off of the karaoke contest that I was in not too long ago, and it's going to be 2 from Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and then 2 from
No,
here.
it's one. It's one from Gatlinburg, or one from it, because they already did the finals in each city.
Oh, yeah, wow.
City. And each city, I told you we hillbillies, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. So, with no further ado, we are going to pull Mr. Charles Sloan out, and we are going to speak to him. Hello, Mr. Charles. Is it
Hey,
Sloan?
guys.
Right?
What was that?
Oh.
I can't hear you. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
There you
I
go.
gotcha.
Oh, wait.
It was
Am I
on
back?
there.
Yep, you're back. So, what did I ask?
It is Sloan, right?
Oh. How do you pronounce your last name?
It's Sloan.
Okay.
The easiest way to remember it is if, and this sounds stupid, but if you go to any like movie theater, like an AMC or like a Harkins, and you look at the toilet, usually you'll see my name. It's the same
Okay.
company.
Gotcha.
Named after a toilet seat company, guys. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, it reminds me of my favorite movie as a kid, Robin Hood Men in Tights, where she changed her name to Latrine, and it used to be Shithouse. I just watched that the other day, as a matter of fact.
Well, it's nice to be back.
Mike, your thingy fell out. Dookie dookie.
Is that better for you, Mr. T-Roy?
I think so.
Should you try the other side?
No,
Okay.
it's not that long. We don't
That's
have
what
enough.
he said.
Oh man.
So, with this being a new computer this time, we didn't know how the feedback would be, so we decided to go ahead and put the headphones in.
And I mean, that's a good choice. That's a
Yeah,
Spot
and the
on.
other one, I mean, this microphone's really good, and it's echo resistant, and we have on the StreamYard, it has echo off too. So,
nice.
but just in case, we figured we better just check it out.
No, that's a good call.
Yes, absolutely.
So, what have you been up to?
Actually, we just moved into our new house, which is a huge step up for us, and we're super excited about it. And I mean, like, obviously, I could show you. This is our living room.
Awesome! Oh my goodness.
Dude, look. Okay, we didn't realize how big the house was until we actually started putting furniture in it.
Right.
And realizing, like, dude, we don't have enough.
You guys moved from an apartment, right?
Well, we were living with JoJo, actually. We were
Oh,
living with JoJo at their house, and we were just, all of our stuff was pretty much, like, in one bedroom and, like, a couple of things scattered throughout the house as far as, like, the bookshelf and goes, like, stuff goes. So, like, this couch we didn't have, that dinner table we didn't have. It's been a really busy, really crazy, just fucking week for us. And it takes a toll. And oh my God, this will come back to the conversation. It all ties in, baby. It all ties in, full circle. But like, it's been so difficult this week. And then like, you know, I lost my job. Obviously.
No shit.
But
That
it's
sucks.
okay. It's okay. Got a new job today, so it's fine.
Good. Oh yeah.
You can't keep a good person down, man. I swear.
No, you can't. Nope.
But like,
Well, I know a place that hires all year round,
I'll keep
40
it in
hours
mind.
a week. Just saying.
Hey, I'll keep that in mind. We'll talk after this. But like, yeah, no, like it's just been super stressful. You know, stuff wasn't lining up for us to actually get the house, and it just shit was going crazy. And then, you know, like I said last time I was on here, like I don't believe in God, but like for a split second, dude, I started to believe. For a split second, I started to believe. It was like a moment of just like, because two things had to line up for us to get the house.
Right.
We had to have the money, and then, like, you know, we had to, there was something else we needed that we didn't know if we were going to be able to, like, get. And literally, like, the same day I looked at her and went, look, if those two things fall into our lap within the next 24 hours, I'll look up and believe in something, right?
Right.
She goes, well, we'll see, you know, because me, I worry about everything. She doesn't worry about a goddamn thing. She just, you know, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If we need it to happen, we'll find a way to make it happen. Like, that's just her mentality, and I'm still trying to grasp that, and bro, is it hard as shit. Because, look, bro, she tells me all the time, stop worrying so loud. And I never knew what that meant until about a week and a half ago when we were at a bar and one of the bartenders was like real frantic and going like real crazy and like, but like just body language wise, she seemed fine, but just body language wise, she seemed erratic. And my girlfriend looked at me and goes, "Hey, do you remember when I tell you to stop worrying so loud?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "That's you." And pointed to the bartender, and I went, "Oh my God." I was like, I get it now. So like, when I told her, if these two things fall into our lap, we'll see what happens. And, I'll believe in a God. For a split second, I'll believe in a God. And she looked at me and she goes, "We'll see, but maybe you should stop worrying about it." And I went, "You know what?" And I played the game by her rules. I just put it in the back of my mind, and I said, I'm not going to fucking bring it up at all today. I'm not going to think about it, nothing. Dude, 45 minutes later, we got the phone call that allowed us to be able to have the money for the place. Not even 45 minutes later, we got the phone call, and I went, "What the fuck?" And I looked at her, and I went, "There's one." And it's only been 45 minutes. There's one. Is number two 15 minutes away? Are we hitting this under an hour? What's happening? And like, we got the money thing figured out, so we had all the money in hand, and I was like, okay, now what do we need to do? And then it was like, oh yeah, we need to be able to meet him. And so I had called him and asked if, I told him like, hey, we have the money, is there any way we can meet in the next 15 minutes to sign the lease? As a joke. And he literally just goes, well, I gotta see if my wife is at home because I have to have her sign the lease too. If she's not home, we have to move it till tomorrow because I have to wait for her to, sign it. And I went, all right, cool. I'll leave it up to you. Just, call me either way. Just call me and let me know. Either way. Yes, no, either way, whatever. Like 3 hours go by and he still hasn't called me back yet. I'm just like, shit.
Oh, crap.
So I finally call him, and I'm like, hey, man. And he just goes, oh, I'm just trying to get my printer to, like, print out this lease, and it's just not wanting to do it. He's like, can you guys meet me at the house? You got me, you son of a bitch. Because it was just, it was stupid that, like, everything lined up the way it did. And then, that's just been our week, is just moving everything. My girlfriend likes to buy shit that's, 65 years old and weighs 485 pounds. Like, our table's made of glass, granite, and wrought iron. The table alone is like the glass piece alone is like 100 pounds for no reason.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
We have an old ass piano, like a stand-up one. Bro, that thing weighs at least 800 pounds. There's two of us doing this.
Right.
And you've seen my girlfriend.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Beth is a little bitty, but
Look,
she's
look,
strong
look,
as
look.
shit though for her frame.
I was gonna say, let me rephrase that. You've seen how small my girlfriend looks, but
Yeah.
none of you know how hard my girlfriend punches.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah, that's been our week. I mean, we finally got like most of it moved in. We're, slowly starting to unpack the boxes that we have, and it's just the little tedious things now. Like, we have to get like house stuff, so like obviously in houses nowadays there's not like a lot of shelving units just kind of like built into the house. So we need to find like shelving units to house all of her like dead things, and a place so I can like put the TV, like the Xbox under the TV on the mantle and shit like that.
Right.
Like, just standard stuff, silverware, I think. Oh no, you have some in storage? Probably have some in storage. Probably old ass silverware too. Probably like from the 1940s. Because that's the kind of shit you like to buy. That's the weirdest part about her, I feel like. Is she just buys old shit. That's like the weirdest part about her. Like, everything else, like, for her as a person, like, seems normal. Like, she collects dead things, and I'm like, yeah, that's a you thing. But then she literally, like, buys stuff that's, like 90, like 100 plus years old, and she's just like,
Right.
It's cool. Like, I have a typewriter from like 1920 something. It's like an old Monarch typewriter. We found it at a thrift store. She goes, I have to have this. And I went, no, I'm okay with that because it's a typewriter because I love typewriters. But like, yeah, no, she just really likes old shit. And like, I'm not mad about it because like some of it's really cool. But then she like has a really old ass piano and it wants to hurt me, and I don't like it.
Right.
Which I also don't want to carry in here because that pink marble table is like 150 pounds on its own. And
Damn.
it's only this like maybe this big. It's not even that big.
Wow.
It's like this wide, about that big, and the fucking thing weighs about 150 pounds. And
Wow.
it's pink marble though, so like it's. Don't get me wrong, I hate it because it weighs 900 pounds, but it's really fucking cool.
Right.
But yeah, that's been my week. Just doing all that.
Sorry, I just had to go make sure that it was coming across okay on TV or on Facebook.
Was it not? Do I sound like garbage? Leroy, why would you do this to me?
Oh god. No, Charles.
Like Damien said last week.
So, where are you working at now, if you don't mind me asking?
So, literally, it just kind of fell across, like, my lap, per se. I'm going to be working at, what winery is it? What's the winery Casey works in? Oh my god, Peyton works there. Ozark Hills Winery.
Oh, cool.
Where?
Yep,
Ozark Winery.
Yep, literally just fell across my lap, and I just immediately said yes, because, I mean, I just got a new house I got to pay for, so. Can't be jobless for too long, okay?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So, I don't know. What else do you want to talk about? You said something about... we're just hitting and missing on whatever. So, so tell us a little bit about your background, just a little bit of where you came from, and
Okay. So, so again, I was born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona, so like, just desert town, way more different than this, because in Phoenix, everything's open all the time.
right,
Like, nothing ever closes. And so it's like, versus here at like 4 o'clock in the morning, if I wanted to go get, Taco Bell, could. If I wanted to go get like a Mexican food, like fat burrito, real greasy, because I'm fucking, drunk, dude, I could, because there was like a Filiberto's open 24/7, 365. It never failed you. But I mean, like, there was also a lot to do, but not at the same time. Because, like,
right,
it's not like here where there's, fucking, go-kart tracks every, 35 feet. There's not these cool attractions and things like that. The most we had was Castles and Coasters, which was like a real small, like, amusement park. Like, it had one roller coaster that did 2 flips. Also. And like a couple other, like, just standard carnival rides.
right,
and then we had like a couple water parks, but that's also because, we're in a fucking desert. Like, we were building those and using those just to survive. They weren't for amusement.
yep.
But I mean, other than that, it was mainly just like hiking, and even the hiking wasn't that good. And like, you could go to the Salt River and the lakes, but like, again, that was, once you did it, you kind of did it, and that was it. There was nothing, fun about it the second time, other than the fact that like you brought friends and you got super fucking trashed on the lake. Other than that, it was like the same time. It was like the same thing every time you went, And so like, you got bored real quick. And
Yeah.
For me, it was more or less like, since there was nothing else to do, I learned to skate, and then I became like a semi-professional scooter rider for a little bit because I got good at that. I learned how to do like parkour and free running, and that was it. We did all of those things, and we drank, and fucking, you went to the mall occasionally if you were fucking cool. But, like, that's all.
Yeah, remember when they had malls? Now I guess malls are something that's dying. People are
Remember when they had malls?
Yeah, I don't remember.
People are going to be watching them old TV shows where, you know, or them old movies where everyone hung out at the mall, and they're like, why were they hanging out? Where were they hanging out at?
I wish we could have a mall again. Like,
I do.
Like,
I haven't been to the mall in Springfield, but I heard that there's not very many stores in it.
There's an anime store in that mall in Springfield, the Battlefield Mall. Dude, yo, that anime store is legit. If you ever get a chance to check it out. But growing up in that, like, you know, area, like, it really made me, like, appreciate, like, everything else as far as, like, because when we came here, there's a whole bunch of shit that I've never done, right? So, like, I've never been to the Wax Museum. I've never really ridden the Ferris wheel. I've never flown a kite, for Christ's sake. I've never, there's a bunch of stuff that I had never done.
Right.
Yeah, same. We haven't done a lot of things, and we get the local discount, but it's just we're too busy.
Yeah.
And I forget that we live in a tourist destination, and my aunt one time told T-Roy, he's like, I'm going to go when I go on vacation. And he's like, where are you going on vacation to? And she's like, Branson. And because he already knew that she was coming here. But to us, she's just coming to Branson. You know? To her, she's going on vacation, and she's going to go do this, and she's going to do that. And we're like, oh, yeah. We forget it's a vacation destination.
Yeah. Well, like,
to us, it's just home.
Is like for 29 years of my life, I had never once, like, been to a wax museum. I've never once seen a wax statue. And so, like, it wasn't even like a month ago. We were, like, driving to go do something. Oh, she was going to take me to the fucking, okay. So what I wanted to talk to you about was relationships, and this will be the kicker into it. She was going to take me to go to the drift go-kart track that's in town, because she knows that that's some shit that I would love to do. Because, one, I like going fast. 2, drifting's fun, and it's hard, and I like to do it. And then, 3, I just like things that go vroom, like, in general. I'm like I'm like a child when we're driving down the road, and I just hear, vroom. I'm like, oh, where is it? And, you know, I'm looking for the car. And so she was going to take me to do that. Well, I called and, like, looked at the thing, and it turns out they're closed, right? So we're driving, and she goes,
that's really dark.
It is dark.
She goes, have you ever been to a wax museum? And I went,
yes.
I went, no, I have not. And she goes, oh, and just fucking pulls into a parking spot, and we go into the wax museum. First off, the coolest fucking thing. I have so many. I have a picture I will show you. Somebody says I should have been Robin Williams' son. there's a picture of me next to him, and, like, the way our noses are in the picture, and, like, the way I'm smiling, like, dude, we totally could have been related.
Oh, wow.
Which would be fucking cool. But, like, no, she knew that, like, something like that would just bring me, like, pure joy, because I love shit like that. Because, first off, I've never done it before, so now I get to say, like, wow, I went to a wax museum. But 2, like, how people, like, thought to come up with the idea of, like, making a wax statue, and, you know, how realistic they are. Like, that's the stuff that intrigues me about it. I like the, like, how it's done portion side of things. So, like, do you remember, like, that old TV show, How It's Made?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking, I watched that religiously. How It's Made, so good. I loved figuring out how stuff was put together. Because, like, I can sit here and take apart a clock all day. Could I put it back together? Probably. Can I promise that it would work afterwards? No, not as possible. But, like, she knew that, like, that's something that brings me pure joy, and she knows that kind of stuff because of the kind of relationship we have as of today. which is more or less an open, honest, we don't keep anything hidden from each other. She has access to all of my email, everything. She can see all of it. I deleted social media months ago and haven't gotten back on them. So that's, and I did that one because it was a problem for me. Two, it was a problem for her. And then three, it was just something that I didn't really fucking need. I didn't need it. So getting rid of it made it, one, something that I'm no longer, in charge of. So I don't have to worry about it anymore. So it's like, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all that shit, gone. I don't have to worry about those no more. Two, it made it easier on her because now it's no longer something that I can just get on without her knowing.
Right.
Because in order to get on it, I would have to download the app, go to, the app itself and open it, and she'd be able to go to my app store and, click the, recently downloaded apps and see, oh, you downloaded Facebook. Why is it not on here anymore? Did you delete it? Are you trying to hide? Bro, all that shit's useless. It's dumb. I don't want to have those arguments. I don't need those arguments. So I kicked it.
Right.
And so it's now we have a relationship where everything's just open. We're honest with each other. We speak our minds, respecting the other person's obvious opinions and things like that. But we speak our minds in a sense of, there's no reason for us to try and, tone something down or, not say something a certain way because it's going to hurt the other person's feelings. Because we know that when we're having these discussions, we're not speaking to hurt the other person. Bless you. I don't know if we're not saying these things to hurt the other person. We're saying these things because they're things that, we feel, or it's something that we need to say to get a point across. So it's not like we're saying it to hurt each other. We're just saying it, blatantly the way it needs to be said for it to be understood.
Right.
And it's just, I feel as though a lot of people think that relationships are super, super hard. And they are, to an extent, but they're easier than people make them out to be.
Right.
Right. I like to say that it's one of the hardest jobs I've ever had, but one of the most rewarding jobs I've ever had. But at the same time, it's been an easy relationship because we're pretty much the same people.
Well, and that's
although when you tell us that we're the same person, we're just like, no, we're not.
Dude, the same thing happens. Well, the funniest thing that happens between me and Beth in public when people see how we interact, how I act around her, and stuff like that. The other night I heard it. Somebody literally hey Beth, he really is your person. And it's because, how we've learned about each other and, how we've learned to apply that to our interactions and, things like that. And obviously people look at us and they go, wow, they seem super happy. Well, it's not always fucking rainbows and sunshine, dog. Relationships are fucking hard work.
Yeah.
But the problem is you have to be willing to put in the work.
Exactly.
You have to be willing to, do what you
Work
have
at
to
it.
do to be, to
Change.
be the person that person deserves.
Yeah.
And I'm still fucking doing it to this day. I'm still fighting the fight, man. Every day I'm climbing one rung of a ladder at a time and just, trying to get there. And it's hard because it wears on you too as a person because, you know that person deserves better and you're trying to be that better.
Right.
But what you don't realize is they already, like you for who you are. It's not about being better. It's about continuously just being you and, not diverting into something that, you feel like they want. Because, she doesn't need me at all. She doesn't. She is a strong, independent white woman who don't need no man. I swear to God. All right? But she wants me because she knows I can be a better person. But it's not about just being that better person.
Right.
She fell in love with me for me because I am, super goofy. I am, just an oddball on the fact of, like, I just like the most random, like, weird stuff. So, like, I have a real weird fascination with Rubik's Cubes. I love them. God, what's another weird one that I have, like, a weird obsession with? Oh, yeah, so that's another thing. So, like, because I do, like, play video games, I do. I said do. Because, are you guys talking?
He's trying to tell me what lighting we should really try to trigger.
Oh.
He's listening. I'm listening.
I'm listening
totally
to him too,
and he's like, maybe you should do this.
Do you have a light source you can put directly in front of you, up maybe like 5 or 6 inches above?
Yeah, that's what he's saying that we need to change.
Yeah.
So we'll go to commercial, and then we will just see what that does, and then we'll come back.
Perfect.
So I will see you here shortly.
Right after the
WLFE Digital Broadcast Network is on TV. You can watch all of our shows on WLFE-DB.com. Check out our channels: Paranormal View for all of your paranormal type shows, LGBTQ Friends for all of our LGBTQ shows, Variety Unlimited for all other shows. It runs 24/7 right on WLFE-DB.com. You'll even catch the lives, all in one place. Never miss an episode, past or future. WLFE-DB.com, where our shows are your shows. Search for your favorite shows like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Everythin Yet Nothin, Paratalk Radio, Step into the Paranormal, The Creepy Parlor, Just Cindy, and more. Now you won't miss an episode. Remember, follow Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe and follow your favorite WLFE-DB radio shows. You can find our shows where you listen to your favorite podcasts, like Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and more. WLFE-DB Radio is looking for podcasts to join our family. You don't have to fit any strict genre. We're a plethora of shows. If you're looking to jump on a growing network, then contact us at WLFEDBradio@gmail.com.
Wow, Amazon Music just got a whole lot better. Your favorite shows from WLFE-DB Radio can now be found there. Yes, we are on Amazon Music, found under podcasts. Download the app, find podcasts, and search all of your favorite shows. Shows like Where's My Sage, Across the Pond, Everything Yet Nothin, Skeptical Help Bar, The Creepy Parlor, Just Cindy, and much more. Now you don't have to miss an episode ever. Amazon Music is WLFE-DB Radiofied.
More from WLFE-DB Radio Network after this.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Bree, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area, 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE-DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com. You're listening to WLFE DB Radio. Now, back to our program.
Hello, 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 and welcome back. I've been messing with the light. It's a little bit better. Anyways, so we are speaking with Charles, and he is a returning guest, and we are talking about relationships, the in and outs, the ups and downs, and all that. Yeah. One thing he did say is it's work, but it's good work. So, if you're willing to put in that work and that time, then you're going to have a good marriage and relationship. But if not, then really what are you going to have? But, a lot of drama, a lot of just crazy stuff that you don't want. So, think about it, and hopefully whatever we come up with and whatever we say helps somebody else. And here is Charles. Hello, Charles.
Hello. I am back.
Oh, nothing.
How was your break?
It was good. I sat operator for like all but 5 minutes, and then he decided to slobber on me, and I said no more. So,
So yeah, when we were in the green room before the show, I got to meet your pup dog.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he decided to come over here and like lay down, and I didn't realize it because I was out of the room. So I came back, and I was like, Pogo, nobody wants to see you.
When I came back, he was sitting just kind of like you were. He was just sitting in front of the camera, like literally sitting there. And I was like, oh, look, his dog. And then he laid down. And then so I was like, here, look, mine. Odin up.
You want to do this? Tough work. Beating this pretty. Anyways. Jesus. Like I was saying before the break, it's just one of those things where, like, the whole reason we even started talking was because of one of my stupid little quirks where I take something, and if it's my favorite thing, I take it to the extreme sometimes. So, like, I, have a personal with the whole Kingdom Hearts series. I love the games. Honestly, like, it kind of taught me, like, the values of, like, what I should find in, like, real friends. And, if you love something, fight for it kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It taught me a lot. And yeah, it's a fucking Disney game. It's got Goofy and Donald. You're running around as a guy with big old shoes and a sword shaped like a key. Like, sorry. But, I mean, like, hold on. Honestly, it's like I said it 2 seconds ago. Like, if I do something, I take it to the extreme sometimes. And, like, so I mean, like, I have this. And this is from the game, right? So one of my very first tattoos was actually the same thing, but on my arm.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's cool.
So I went and got the sword tattooed on my arm, and then after that I started getting more, so then I ended up with Sora on this arm, and then I've got Roxas on this arm, and I've got Axel down here. So, like, the characters from the game, like, something to me. Like, it was just one of those things that, like, growing up, like, I couldn't not, relate, my thoughts and my ideas to, like, the game itself. I was just like, so what do I need in a real friend? I was like, okay, well, look at how Goofy and Donald, like, weren't really friends with Sora in the beginning, but, like, now they'll do it for each other. But, like, why is that? And so, like, the game, like, taught me how to think about, like, what I should find in a real friend. And we were at a party one night, and the only reason she talked to me is because her name is Roxas. And that's one of the characters from the game. In fact, that's the character I have tattooed on my arm.
Right? Yeah.
So we were at this party, and it turns out Roxas is one of my favorite characters from the game. So, like, it was just ironic that, like, my new favorite little human being is named Roxas. Like, it kind of, like, threw me for a loop. But we were at this party, and I was talking about, like, Kingdom Hearts or something like that, and she happened to look over, and she saw the tattoo. And the thing is she played the game, too, growing up. And, like, so we already had, like, this weird little connection, all because I become way too attached to dumb shit. But like something she knows about me that she, yes, doesn't quite understand, like why I do that, but she accepts it because it's me. Like
Right.
that's what I mean by like being 100% honest with each other. Is not just
Yeah.
telling them the truth all the time,
Right.
but like telling them who you are as a person and being 100% open about
Yeah.
all the stuff that you find
Everything.
weird. Or just be open about everything about you. Right?
Yeah.
So like the secrets. I know that some people have like weird fetishes that they're like afraid to talk about to like others.
Right. But why not talk about them? I mean,
Point being, in case me, there's a couple that I have talked to her about that normally I would never open my mouth about because I'm like, that's just weird. I don't want to let her know that like I'm that weird. Like like it's just, I didn't want her to think different of me, but that's because
right.
I love her so much.
Yeah.
That I didn't want like a weird thing of mine to be the reason it was over. And so,
right.
like, I would never say anything about it. Very true. Be real, 100%. Yeah, and exactly. And that's the point that I'm like trying to say is because like for a long time, I never mentioned said things, so it ate away at me because now knowing that all she wants from me is to be open and honest, now I'm bringing that information from her. She doesn't know it, so I'm not being honest with her. So now I feel like shit because I'm letting her down. And so, for me, it kept beating me up. And finally, I was just like, dude, okay, you know what? And she literally looked at me and goes, is there something wrong? Like, are you okay? And I went, look, we have to talk about this. And I just fucking said it.
Mm-hmm.
And I, my main thing was I looked at her at the very end of all of it, and I just went, please don't think I'm weird. I just didn't know how to talk about this with anyone, and so I don't know how to talk about things like this. And she just looks at me and goes, why the fuck would I think you're weird?
Right.
Goes,
and that's good. That's an awesome person to be with.
If you and your partner, when you guys are deciding to be partners, or even, like a month later, if you were to sit down at either one of those points and go, hey, here's some stuff I didn't tell you before that I would like to tell you now because I'm comfortable with you. That's okay if you're like, a month into the relationship and you guys sit down and you say something like that to each other.
I did that. A couple months in, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we got together, I told him I used to have an addiction. When 2 weeks later, I told him that I want to go to rehab for this addiction. And then he said that he'd be there for me when I got out. And I didn't go. He helped me through the addiction. And like I owe him my life. So
and that's the thing.
You did it all.
I did it all, but he helped me.
Most people, when getting into a relationship, they're not comfortable enough to open up 110%. They're not.
Right.
That's why I said if within a month, if the two people just sat down and went, and they were genuinely comfortable, if they sat down and went, hey, I'm going to tell you some things now that I didn't tell you before because I'm comfortable with you now.
Right.
Because you make me feel like I can tell you something and you aren't going to judge me for it and you'll be okay with it.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like should happen. Because if it would have happened between me and her a while ago, things would be way different.
Yeah.
But like I hid so much for so long because even though I was comfortable with her, because I was.
Right.
Even though I was comfortable with her, I personally didn't know how to bring those conversations up. I didn't know how to start the kind of conversation that would lead into some of like these things. Like I was like, I don't know how to do this. So for the longest time, it was just I didn't want to say the wrong thing. and her become upset, or like it means something different than what it's supposed to mean.
Right.
Right.
And so, like, you know, but like finally one day, like, it kind of just hit me that like I might as well just be open, because it hurts me worse now knowing that I'm lying to her without trying to lie to her. Like,
Right. Yeah.
I just gotta fucking end it, dude. And so I finally just, you know, she looked at me and said, "Hey, is there something going on?" And I went, "Look, hey," and, you know, spoke it all. And then, you know, at the very end of it, she went, "Oh, okay, well, like, we can look into it." "Oh, okay, cool." And, like, that was it. There was no judgment. There was no, like, you know, "Oh my God, really?" Like, it was just her understanding, oh, this is just a part of you. Like, this is just who you are as a person. And,
Yeah.
you know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, not. I think it's more or less that I hate the ideal that in a relationship, like, something is okay to judge the other person.
And
Yeah.
it's not. You should
No.
be 100% and be able to be like yourself.
Right.
You chose that person to be
Yeah,
with, so you should be
your
able to be
partner,
yourself without any repercussions.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So, like, pretty much the ideal is you should be you 110%, and your partner, if they really do love you, they will accept you for the 110% that you're giving, and give
Right.
110% back.
That is true.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
But it's never like that. And, like, I'm living fucking proof, dude. I've been in and out of relationships my entire, you know, like, since I was like 17, man. I've been in and out of relationships, and each one, you know, because me being me, you know, when I was younger, I guess I was just like, what do they call, like, a hopeless romantic. I don't know, maybe it was like a feeling of like I didn't want to be alone or something. I don't know what it was, but
Is it hopeless romantic or serial monogamist? There's a fine line.
Wait, what?
I said, is it hopeless romantic or serial monogamous? Because there's a fine line.
Well, nah, it was just me, like, in and out of relationship. And, like, the funny thing is like, I didn't lose my until I was 18. So, like, if that tells you anything, like, the first, you know, from, you know, 17 to, or 16 to 18, like, any of those relationships I had, it wasn't about, you know, the physical relationship or anything like that. It was just me wanting somebody to, like, hang out with. Not like I knew could, like, you know, pretend to like me at some point. Like, I don't know. But, like, I've just been in and out of relationships for so long that, like, when you get to a point where you find a relationship that's more, you know, just more neutral, because both parties understand each other.
Right.
Both parties know who they are, because you're not hiding anything from them. You're telling them everything about you. Your deep secrets, your tiny little quirks, your weird fetishes, your favorite type of food, your favorite color, this, that. You're being 110% open and telling them everything about you. You can find a relationship where you can do that, and the other person looks at you and goes, I can accept that. Now here's mine. And then turn around and give you the same thing. If both of you can look at each other dead in the eyes and go, yeah, I can accept that, that will be the easiest relationship of your life.
Mm-hmm.
But it will also be the most.
Yep.
Because either A, you caught yourself beforehand, there's a lot less work for you, but it will be just as hard, but there will be a lot less. Or you get to the point where I am, where I fucked up because I took for granted what I have. And I fucked up. And it broke a lot of trust between us. And every day, like I said earlier, dude, I'm climbing a ladder one rung at a time, man. Just climbing to, the man she deserves, because, I do love her, and I would do anything for her. And, it sucks to know that because of, shit that I was doing, because I had a problem that I didn't want to address, and because, I wasn't being open and honest, it sucks to know that I broke somebody's trust so bad that at night, sometimes they don't, go to sleep right away because they want to make sure I go to sleep so I'm not doing something stupid. Like, bro, that fucking hurts.
I bet.
But the thing is now, since I've started being open, since I've started being honest, since I've stopped, relying on some dumb addiction to something that I don't even need, to try and pass need for attention, I guess. I don't know. Whatever it was. It was
Right.
a problem. And I was using it as a crutch. But since I've stopped doing that, I've started, realizing that I have a beautiful girlfriend who's smart, intelligent, strong, all around just fucking the best in the business. Dude. She's best girlfriend ever. 10 out of 10, fucking best girlfriend award, 2021. But just realize now that I'm, being open and being honest and, just not hiding anything from her, it makes the climb a lot easier.
It really does. Honesty really is the best policy, and it does help in the relationship to make sure that you are open and honest. But it is getting to that time. I can't believe it's already almost been an hour.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So I know, right?
Hot damn.
So I guess we will have to finish this conversation
on another episode.
But thank you for joining us, and definitely.
Yes, thank you.
All relationships, you have to be open and honest 100% on both sides. And it is a struggle trying to get with each other and learning each other, because you are ultimately sharing your life with another person. You're not just living for you anymore. You're living for y'all. My country comes out sometimes.
I think the best way I can put it is, as an adult, when you get into a relationship, it's like somebody bought you a giant, toy that's, and gave it to you, turned it on, and went, I don't have the instruction manual, and walked away.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got to learn to live with this thing. I have to learn, what its mannerisms are. I have to learn the kind of personality it has. What do you want from me? Is there a manual that I can get online?
Nope. Zero.
That's the best way I
can. That's a great way to do it too. So.
Well, thank you so very much for coming back on, and hopefully you'll be back on again, and we will meet up at the Paddle Whale here in a little bit. And
I gotta get dressed.
You have a wonderful night, and see you soon.
You as well. Yeah.
So, hello, everybody. It's me. So, anyways, as I was saying, it's in front of my face. Trying to figure lighting out. I need lighting, but see how that does? It goes dark.
Yes, we'll just have to bring Damien back over, and we'll have to get some more lights, it looks like. So, we will just have to see. New computer, new lights, new technology. We'll have to just check it out. Thank you for joining us tonight, guys. And
yes.
Like he said, a relationship is work. And I love to say it's the best job, that it's the hardest job, but the most rewarding job that I've ever done. And without this man, I don't even know that I'd be here. So you heard it here first on Everything Yet Nothin. Kevin's
Whatever.
Confessions.
You would be here. You might be a drunk, but you still be here. So yeah, relationships are work, but you know, it could be a good work. You know, like he said, be open with each other, be truthful. Don't lose that trust just because somebody you might not know says something, and the one that you do know says something, and you believe the other one instead of the one that you know. You know, so think about that before you come out in an argument or a bicker or you know something like that. You don't put in all these years for nothing. And so yeah, work at it. Good luck on everything, and you be 50-50 with each other. Talk to each other. Be open. Show each other that love. Give each other that time, and love each other. Be a rainbow.
And thank you everybody for joining us. Jeanette, Chanel, Crystal,
Yes.
Tom, Chipster, Gloria.
Thank you. Can you see my eyeballs?
Genevieve, Teresa.
Thank you,
Todd.
everybody.
Thank you, everybody else that's
So
joining us
appreciate
tonight. We appreciate it. Like and share on Facebook, Everything Nothing. And, excuse me, WLFE-DB.com. And on YouTube and anywhere else that you get your website or your podcast.
Yep. What he said.
No, be a rainbow and all that stuff.
Be a rainbow, and when you are a rainbow, you can have somebody else be a rainbow too. Love each other.
And check out T-Roy TV.
Ooh, T-Roy TV, baby.
Thank you for joining T-Roy and a special guest here on Everythin Yet Nothin. Tune in next Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central for another episode you won't want to miss. Until next time, be a rainbow in someone's life.
Like and follow us on Facebook at WLFE DB Radio.